Hi, good day. This is James, and today we'll be discussing to you the three topics assigned from us together with my teammates. We'll be discussing to you first the freedom, next is the philosophy and the citizenship, and also we'll be able to discuss to you also the freedom's founding revolution. We'll also take in exploring the lost treasure and be mesmerized by the reflection and the French revolutions and the other great revolutions of this time. We read about freedom, dream about freedom, celebrate the idea of freedom, advocate and hope for freedom. But what do we mean by freedom? Freedom means many things to many people. Freedom can means having the opportunity to vote for particular ideas or for people who best represent our views. Freedom can refer to the concept of speech, the ability to freely voice personal opinions or perspectives. Others may understand freedom in a financial context where people seek to free themselves of financial debt and burdensome. Certainly, freedom can mean the right to do, think, believe, speak, worship, gather, or act as one pleases, but only until our choices starts to infringe or another person's freedoms. These are the three kinds of freedoms. Firstly is the freedom from a type of freedom from the constraints of society. Second, freedom to a freedom to do what we want to do. Thirdly, there is a freedom to be, a type of freedom not just to do what we want, but a freedom to be who we were meant to be. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the 18th century French philosopher, observes that man is born free and anywhere he is in chains. These chains are oppressive societal rules that restrict what we can physically do, but they can also affect our mental chains that restricts what we believe we can do. Philosophy, love of wisdom in ancient Greek, is a systematic study of general and fundamental questions concerning topics like existence, reason, knowledge, value, mind, and language. It is a rational and critical inquiry that reflects on its own methods and assumptions. That's philosophy. Moving on to citizenship. A citizenship is a relationship between an individual and a state to which the individual owes allegiance and in turn is entitled to its protection. Citizenship implies the status of freedom with accompanying responsibilities. Citizenship have rights, duties, and responsibilities that are denied or only partially extended to aliens and other non-citizens residing in a country. Freedom's founding revolution. Documents spanning from America's revolutionary and early national period from 1965 to around 1840 highlight growing tensions over colonial sovereignty as Americans attempted to assert their freedoms as British subjects before declaring independence and setting up their own system of government. This section includes numerous founding documents such as the Declaration of the Independence, early notes for the Articles of Confederation, and handwritten drafts of the Constitution.
Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the reflection of French Revolution and other great revolutions. So the author of it was Edmund Burke, a prominent 18th century political philosopher, and published in 1790. So his work served as a critical examination of the event unfolding during the French Revolution. So the historical context is crucial since Burke wrote amongst the tumultuous of the period of revolutionary fervor in France. So Burke's central argument of the reflections are rooted on his conservative views. So he critiques the revolutionary cells for radical change, expressing concern about the potential consequences. He's emphasized on the importance of traditions and gradual reform contracts sharply with the revolutionary idea of liberty, equality, and fraternity. So, Burke pursued chaos and anarchy resulting from the abrupt dismantling of establishment institutions. To contextualize Burke's perspective, it is essential to compare the French Revolution with significance of other revolutions. So, constructing it with, for instance, the American Revolution or the English Civil War. So, reveals pattern of similarity and divergent in the causes of methods and outcome of this revolution. So understanding this parallel and distinctions provide a broader perspective on revolutionary dynamic emerge. Examining the lasting effect of these revolutions on societal structure is essential. The French Revolution's impact on the class structures and notion of citizenship was profound, whereas the American revolutions contributed to the emergence of democratic governance model. Exploring the shape helps discern pattern in how revolutions shape societies and influence governance systems. Edmund Burke's reflections on the French Revolutions under critical lens on the late 18th century, his arguments against the radical change and emphasis on traditions invite reflections on the delicate balance between progress and stability. By comparing the French Revolution with other historical revolutions, we gain the nuance and enduring impact on a societal structure and governments underscore the relevance of work insight and the contemporary discussions about the natures of revolutions or about the reflections of French revolutions and other great revolutions.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Labadlabad. I'm here to report about the lost treasure. The French Revolution, as the only revolutionary tradition, has not preserved the principles that inspired the revolutionaries better than the liberal, democratic, and anti-revolutionary trends of political in America. These principles include public freedom, public happiness, and public spirit. After the revolutionary spirit was forgotten, civil liberties, individual welfare, and public opinion became the dominant forces in an egalitarian democratic society. However, this transformation was not possible in countries affected by the French Revolution. Revolutionists learned that the early principles had been overruled by forces of want and need, leading them to believe that the revolution has revealed these principles as a heap of rubbish. The failure of post-revolutionary thought to understand the revolutionary spirit was due to the revolution's failure to establish lasting institutions. The revolution, which ended with the establishment of a republic, lacks space for the exercise of qualities instrumental in building it. The revolutionaries cherished potentialities and action and the privilege of being beginners in something new, but neglected their own work. Jefferson's theories about the distinction between revolutionary and constitutional government have haunted revolutionary thinking ever since. Jefferson, a prominent figure in American history, was deeply concerned about the flaw in the republic's structure. He expressed outrage at the injustice that only his generation had the power to start anew, arguing that the Constitution was too sacred to be touched. Jefferson believed that the inherent and unalienable rights of man, including the rights.
That ends our topic. Thank you for listening.